Dave, can you get us through how geotechnical is important in an infrastructure project and give us an example?
Yeah, sure. So look at a roading project, for instance, which is a linear, might be several kilometres in length.
Yep.
You're doing an investigation, geotech investigation, to define the ground model and identify the risks and to design the ground improvements or the remediation techniques so that that road performs to the design criteria. So, depending on budgets and time and I suppose access will dictate how many investigations you do on that project. And we're always trying to infer ground conditions between investigation locations best we can. We don't get that right all the time. And so, you might have a deep gully that you're filling up and you're preloading or surcharging to reduce post-construction settlements and make sure the roads performs to settlement criteria. Knowing where to start and stop that embankment requires a whole lot of investigation or geological knowledge, but making sure you've got enough monitoring during construction to verify that yes, I have captured all the soft ground for that surcharge and you've covered all those risks is quite key. So right through from the initial investigation, ground model again is very, very important, and then making sure that you're verifying your ground model along the way during construction. It's really key.
What's the risk if you do not capture a section of soft ground? What are the consequences?
The consequences for that particular example is, okay, you're building a road over soft ground. It'll be a fill embankment with a few metres, several metres of fill. If you haven't captured it, well, you'll get construction after you've constructed your pavement. You'll get settlement, after you've constructed your pavement. So
your road sinks.
So you'll end up with a road that's waving like this. And there's plenty of roads in New Zealand that are 50 plus years old that haven't been geotechnically designed that you see that on. Yep. And there might be a few cases of more recent roads where it's still happening. So understanding the extent of the problem and remediating it appropriately.
What happens if you have a culvert on the ground for your road settles?
So, well, there's two cases there. If you haven't piled the culvert, it'll just sink with the ground, which is probably a less obvious outcome. But often the structure will have a more robust foundation, i.e., piles, and the ground on either side won't, and you end up with a big speed bump there long term as the ground settles away from the structure.
Yeah. So the risks are high, and is that why we have wavy roads in New Zealand?
Is that why we have what? Sorry,
wavy roads in New Zealand.
Wavy roads. Oh, look, a lot of our roads are historical, right? So they're just either widened or improved from an original farm track. So yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of roads like that, but typically they're country roads. I think the roads that we build now are fantastic facilities.
They're great.
They're wide. They're built to a very high level of quality and appropriate geotech, in my experience, normally is always.
So are you attributing good geotech as a key contributing factor to better roads today?
Absolutely. People say they're expensive to build, and they are, but they are. The latest roads that are getting built now, greenfields roads, are, I think, an outstanding quality.
Yeah, fair enough. That's cool.